compared to the method that is implemented in the textbook, right? It is a very simple topic. See here, before I move on to the actual problems on EHS, let us briefly understand the basics of ratios. Basics of ratios. Listen to this carefully. Suppose, assume that there are 10 boys in a class and there are 15 girls in a class. Assume that there are 10 boys and 15 girls in a particular class. What is the ratio of boys to girls? The ratio of boys to girls is 10 is to 15. 10 is to 15 is nothing but 2 is to 3. 10 is to 15 is nothing but 2 is to 3. That means boy is to girl ratio is 2 is to 3. What is the meaning of boy is to girl ratio 2 is to 3? If the ratio of boy and girl is 2 is to 3, that doesn't mean that there are only 2 boys in the class and there are only 3 girls in the class. It may or may not be. It may or may not be. Suppose, see here, 2 is to 3 is also equal to 4 is to 6. How did I get 4 is to 6? This 2 is to 3. Both the terms are multiplied by 2. It is 4 is to 6, which is similar to 2 is to 3 only. 2 is to 3 is also equal to 10 is to 15. That means 2 into 5 is 10. 3 into 5 is 15. That means the learning from this example is in a ratio, if one term in that ratio is multiplied by some constant, then all the terms in the ratio should be multiplied by the same constant. All the terms should be multiplied by the same constant. Then only the ratio is said to be balanced. Otherwise, it will not be balanced, right? That means ratio of 2 is to 3 does not mean that there are only 2 boys and 3 girls. It may be 2 boys and 3 girls, or 4 boys and 6 girls, or 10 boys and 15 girls. It can be any of them, right? 2 is to 3 only means that for every 2 boys, there are 3 girls to form a group. There are 3 girls for every 2 boys to form a group. That is the meaning of 2 is to 3. It does not mean that there are only 2 boys and there are only 3 girls. Clear with that point, right? What is the thing that you need to know from this is, in a ratio, if you are multiplying one number of the ratio by some constant k, all the other terms in the ratio should also be multiplied by the same constant k. This is the basic definition of ratio. Anyway, we have discussed this in ratio classes also. Same thing we will carry forward. Clear, right? Now here first problem. With this basic understanding, let us solve some beautiful questions. Please listen to this. Question number 1. Question 1. See here. But let me read the question. Probably, I think there are 20 questions in the sheet. I think almost all the questions, let us solve in 2 methods. Which method is comfortable for you? You decide it and take that method. It is all up to you. I'll discuss 2 methods. You take the method which is comfortable for you. Let us make it as easy as possible. Please see here. First question. Sachin is younger than Rahul by 4 years. If their ages are in the respective ratio of 7:9, how old is Sachin? They are asking, what is the age of Sachin? Please see here. I'll discuss 2 methods. Method 1. What is that we understood from the question? There are 2 people, Sachin and Rahul. See here. For any person, there will be a present situation. There will be a past situation. There will also be a future situation, right? Any person should have a present situation. He had a past situation. He will be having a future situation, right? Sachin is younger than Rahul by 4 years. Let me create a table. Sachin is younger than Rahul by 4 years. What is the second statement? If the ages are in the respective ratio of 7:9, the ages, present ages, if nothing is mentioned, it is assumed as present. If the present ages of Sachin and Rahul are in the ratio 7:9, if it is in the ratio 7:9, if one term is multiplied by some constant, the other term should also be multiplied by the same constant. Just 2 minutes before I told that constant. If I multiply 7 by x, 9 also should be multiplied by x. That means present ages of Sachin and Rahul are 7x and 9x, right? What is the first statement telling you about? Sachin is younger than Rahul by 4 years. Sachin is, that means 7x is nothing but equal to younger than Rahul by 4 years. That means 9x minus 4. So if I simplify, you will get 2x is equal to 4. X is equal to 2. What is the question after? Question is asking, how old is Sachin? That means they are asking the age of Sachin. Age of Sachin is 7x. So it is 7 into 2. 7 into 2 is 14. Answer is 14 years. Clear with the approach? Approach clear, right? But what is the drawback with this approach? This approach is nothing but the same approach what we have studied in our school days, right? Even if I give this question to a 7th standard or an 8th standard student, still he will use this approach and solve this answer. There is nothing greatness in solving this question, right? Let us implement a different approach. Let us not use all these variables, square, x and y, all those things, and make ourselves complicated. You should always update your skills. The only way you update your skills is you should think. If you use the same concept what you have learned in your school days, it makes no difference for you, right? Please see here. Let us use a different approach. Method 2. Method 2 is by using answer options. You have answer options in your examinations. Please make use of answer options. Okay, please see here. Listen to this carefully. Sachin is younger than Rahul by 4 years. If the ages are in the respective ratio of 7:9, how old is Sachin? Question is asking how old is Sachin. That means what is the age of Sachin is the question. That means answer option also represents the age of Sachin. Answer option also represents the age of Sachin. Please see the first option. First option is 16. First option is 16. That means Sachin is 16 years of age. And in the first statement they are telling Sachin is younger than Rahul by 4 years. If Sachin is 16 years, what will be age of Rahul? 20 years. Because Sachin is younger than Rahul, right? Sachin is 16. Rahul is 20. Respective ratio is 16 is to 20. Is 16 is to 20 7:9? It is not 7:9. Therefore, first statement is incorrect. First option is incorrect. Second option. Sachin is 18 years of age. If Sachin is 18, Rahul is 22. 18 into 22 is not 7:9. Ruled out. Third option is 28 years. 28 is Sachin. Rahul is 32. 28 into 32 is again not 7:9. That is also ruled out. Only option left out is option D. Option D is none of these. Option D is none of these. Actually, what is the correct answer? Correct answer is 14 years. Just check it out. If Sachin is 14 years, Rahul is elder than Sachin by 4 years, or Sachin is younger than Rahul by 4 years. If Sachin is 14, Rahul should be 18. The respective ratio is 14 into 18. What is 14 into 18? 14 into 18 is nothing but 7:9. And that is what is given in the question also. Clear with the approach? First method will give you the answer, but that is not the best method. It is a method which is involving the variables, which we have studied from long back, right? Let us change the way we look at things. Clear with the approach, sir? First write down the first question. Approach clear, right? Please see here. Second one. Second question. Before I move on to the second question, suppose you might ask me a question. What is the correct answer? Correct answer is 14 years. If you observe the answer options, 14 years is not there in the answer option. That means the answer for this question is none of these. The answer for this question is none of these. Option A, option B, option C, all three are incorrect. Option D is the correct option. Option D is the correct option. You might ask me a question. You use the method 2. Method 2 is nothing but an answer option method. It is an answer option method. You need to check the first option. You need to check the second option. You need to check the third option. Suppose if the last option is correct, fourth option. You need to check options 1, 2 and 3. Then only you need to come for the fourth option. It will consume lot of time. It will consume lot of time. If that is the question you are asking me, my answer for that question is, first of all, no one asked you to start with the first option. No one asked you to start with the first option. You can start with any of the options. Directly you can go to the fourth option and check whether it is correct or not. No one is asking you, start with the first option. Assume the first option as the correct option. That no one is telling you. That is the first answer what I can tell you. Second answer, if I want to tell you, you might ask me that because the correct answer is the fourth option, it will consume lot of time. But if you observe carefully, first option is actually, what is the first option? First option is 16. If the first option is 16, if Sachin is 16 years, Rahul is 20 years. It hardly takes seconds to answer that Rahul is 20. And telling that 16 into 20 is not equal to 7:9. It will also hardly take 1 second or 2 seconds. That means if you take first option, telling Sachin is 16 and Rahul is 20, 1 second. Telling that 16 into 20 is not 7:9 into 1 more second. First option will consume 2 seconds. Similarly, second option will consume 2 seconds. Third option will also consume 2 seconds. If 3 options are incorrect, you need not even check with the fourth option. You can directly mark the fourth option, right? Even if you check with the fourth option also 2 seconds. That means hardly you will take 8 to 10 seconds to answer this question if you are using method 2. Even though the last option is correct. But by chance, if the first option itself is correct, you are saving a lot of time in your examination. That means Method 1, preparing a table, preparing an equation, solving the equation, substituting back in the equation. All those things will consume lot of time compared to method 2. If you are not satisfied with this answer what I gave, we will also see how method 2 is an efficient method in the problem going forward. Right? Your method 2 will save your time a lot. It will save the time to a greater extent. We will see that in problem. Right? Second problem. Please see that. Second one. Please see the second question. The ratio between the present ages of P and Q is 5:7 respectively. Again, there are two people. I am discussing method 1. This is method 1. There are two people P and Q. Again, any person will have a present situation, he will have a past situation, he will also have a future situation. Right? The first statement says the ratio between the present ages of P and Q is 5:7. If P and Q is 5:7, I can write it as 5x and 7x. I can write it as 5x and 7x. Second statement. If the difference between Q's present age is 7 and P's age after 6 years. Presently P is 5x. After 6 years, 6 years will be added to his age. That means he will become 5x plus 6. What they are telling in the second statement? If the difference between Q's present age, 7x, difference, and P's age after 6 years. After 6 years, P's age is 5x plus 6 is 2. It is given as 2 in the question. What is the total of P and Q present ages? That means they are asking total of 5x and 7x. Total of 5x and 7x is 12x. 5x plus 7x. They are asking you the value of 12x. Right? Here. If I simplify this becomes 7x minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 2. 2x is equal to 8. X is equal to 4. X is equal to 4. But what they are asking? Total of P and Q. 5x plus 7x. They are asking 12x. 12x is equal to 12 into 4. 12 into 4 is 48. Answer for this question is 48 years. Clear, right? Answer for this question is 48 years. But nothing is required. You need not prepare a table. You need not form an equation. Simplify, substitute, and get the answer. See here. Listen to the second method. Method 2. What they are telling? What is the main question answered in the statement? What is the total of P and Q present ages? What is the first statement? The ratio between the present ages of P and Q is 5:7. Present ages of P and Q ratio is 5:7. What is the total of P and Q present ages in the question? Please see here. According to the ratio, what is the total of P and Q present ages? P is 5 years, Q is 7 years. According to the ratio, total of P and Q present ages is 5 plus 7, 12. They are asking what is the total of P and Q present ages. Answer should be a multiple of 12. Only option which is a multiple of 12 is 48. You need not do any of these approaches. Very simple. According to the ratio, the total ages is 5 plus 7, 12. But according to the question, how much? 12 should become some other number. Answer should be a multiple of 4. Only option which is a multiple of 4 in the given option is 48. You might ask me one more doubt asking that what if more than one options are there? Which will satisfy the same criteria? That is my next question. Clear with the approach? These all please try to eliminate. After 10 questions, we will not use method 1. Method 1 is to understand that we were solving like this and we need to transform like this. Right? After 10 questions, we will shift our method from method 1 to method 2. Write down this question. Clear with the method 2, right? Third question. What if more than one answer option satisfy the same criteria? Question 3. See here. Again, we will discuss method 1, we will also discuss method 2. Method 1. The present ages of x and y are in the ratio 5:6 respectively. There are two people x and y. Any person will have a present situation, past situation, will also have a future situation. Present ages are in the ratio 5:6. So I will call it as 5x and 6x. 7 years hence is nothing but further. 7 years later, they both will become 5x plus 7 and 6x plus 7. 7 years hence, this ratio will become 6:7 respectively. This ratio 5x plus 7 divided by 6x plus 7. This will become 6:7. What is the question? what is x percentage in years? That means they are asking you the value of 5x. They are asking you the value of 5x. See here. Simplify this, you will get the value of x. Substitute here, you will get that. So if I simplify, this is 35x plus 7 into 7 is 49 is equal to 36x plus 42. So this becomes 36 minus 35 is 1. 1x is equal to 7 here. So x is 7. X is 7. But I don't require x value. I require 5x value. 5x is equal to 5 into 7. 5 into 7 is 35 here. Answer for this question is 35 here. Clear the method 1? Next, method 2. Method 2, please see here. Method 2. No variables, nothing is required for method 2. Just listen to this concept. See here. The percentages of x and y are in the ratio 5:6 respectively. Percentages ratio is given as 5:6. What is the actual question? What is the x percentage in here? What is x percentage in here? According to the ratio, x percentage is 5 here. But according to the question, how much they are asking? Answer should be a multiple of 5. Right? Answer should be a multiple of 5. If you observe the answer option, there are two options which are multiples of 5. First option is 35. Second option is 40. Second option is 40. Directly we can eliminate option C and option D. Option C and option D. Right? See here. Now there are two options which are multiples of 5. Suppose if I choose the first option 35. If I choose the first option 35. According to the ratio percentage of x is 5. According to the question it is 35. 5 is becoming 35. Multiplied by 7. 6 also should be multiplied by 7. So it is 35 and 42. Percentages of x and y are 35 and 42. If I assume it as 35, right? Read the next statement. 7 years later, this ratio will become 6:7. 7 years later means add 7. This will become 42 and 49. This ratio will become 6:7. Is 42 to 49 6:7? Yes, it is 6:7. Because this is equal, therefore our assumption of 35 is correct. If 35 is incorrect, please don't waste your time by taking 40 and doing the same approach. There are only two options left, 35 and 40. If 35 is incorrect, the only option which should be correct is 40. Mark with 40 and go. Understanding the approach? Suppose for your luck, if only one option is there which is a multiple of 5, you need not do this approach also. You can directly mark that option. That is what we did in the second question. Approach clear, right? Please don't use all these methods. Now if you want to analyze to do all these things, you will take minimum of 1 minute. Minimum of 1 minute. But to check multiple of 5, it is hardly 1 second. There are only two options which is multiple of 5. And to do this process, you will hardly take 15 seconds. You will hardly take 15 seconds. Within 20 seconds maximum, if you are a slow learner also, within 20 seconds you need to finish this problem, and that too by method 2. If you are using this method, you will definitely take more time. Approach clear, right? Please write down the approach. Fourth one. These are all very easy once you understand. The questions are not difficult, but you need to make even simpler than what you are preparing earlier. This here, fourth question. The total of the ages of Ajay, Vijay and Sujay is 93 years. There are three people. Method 1. Method 1. There are three people. Ajay, Vijay and Sujay. Present situation, past situation and future situation. The total of the ages of Ajay, Vijay and Sujay is 93 years. 10 years ago, the ratio of their ages was 2:3:4. They are talking about the past situation. In the past, their ratio was 2:3:4. I can call it as 2x, 3x and 4x. 10 years before he was 2x. Now he will be 2x plus 10. He will be 3x plus 10. Sujay will be 4x plus 10. Sujay will be 4x plus 10. What is the question? What is the present age of Sujay? Present age of Sujay is 4x plus 10. Let us find out that value. Right? This here. What is the first statement? The total of the ages of Ajay, Vijay and Sujay is 93 years. That means this age is 93 total. 2x plus 3x is 5x. 5x plus 4x is 9x. 9x plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30. It is 93. Given as 93. So 9x is equal to 93 minus 30, 63. X is equal to 7. X is equal to 7. But we require 4x plus 10. So answer is 4 into 7 plus 10. 4 into 7 plus 10 is 38. So present age of Sujay is 38 years. Approach clear, right? present age of today is 38 years. That is method 1. First write down method 1. Clear, right? Method 2. Method 2. Please see that. The total of the ages of Ajay, Vijay and today is 93 years. 10 years ago, the ratio of their ages was 2:3:4. The ratio is 2:3:4. This is 10 years ago. This is 10 years before. That means, what is the present age of today is asked in the question. Present age of today is asked. 10 years before he was 4 years. 10 years before he was 4. Ratio is 4. According to the ratio, 10 years before it was 4. That means 10 years before, answer should be a multiple of 4. What is the question? What is the present age of today? That means answer option also represents the present age of today. Answer option represents the present age. But this is given as 10 years before. Convert the answer option 10 years before. Presently, if I am 25 right now, 10 years before is nothing but minus 10. So you can easily convert the option 10 years before also, right? That means the answer should be a multiple of 4 10 years before. If you observe the answer option, first option is 24. 24 is present age. 10 years before he was 14. It is not a multiple of 4. Ruled out. Second option is 32. Now he is 32. 10 years before he was 22. Not a multiple of 4. Ruled out. Third option is 34. 34 is present age. 10 years before he was 24. 10 years before he was 24. So 24 is a multiple of 4. That might be the correct answer. Check with the last option. 38 years. Present age is 38. 10 years before he was 28. That is also a multiple of 4. Now we have two options which will satisfy the criteria. Let us check any one of the options. Suppose if I take third option, which is 34 years. Present age is 34. 10 years before he was 24. According to the ratio, 10 years before he was 4. According to the question, it is 24. 4 into 6 is 24. Multiply everything by 6. So this becomes 12 into 18 into 24. These are nothing but the present age. These are nothing but the present age. Sorry. These are nothing but the age at 10 years before. These are nothing but the age at 10 years before. What will be the present age? 10 years before he was 12. Now he will be 22. Now this person will be 28. The other person will be 34. These are the age at 10 years before. There is another statement given. The total of their ages is 93 years. Add this thing. If I add, I should get 93. If I am not getting 93, 24 is incorrect. You need not add again and waste your time in your examination. Play with unit digit. Total should be 93. Unit digit is 3. Check out the unit digit. 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. Unit digit of this sum is ending with 4. Sum is ending with 4, but it should end with 3. Therefore, the sum is not 93. It is not 93. These are the ways that you need to know to save time in your examination. Right? So, our assumption of 24 is incorrect. If 24 is incorrect, that means in this option it is 34. If 34 is incorrect, what is the only option that is left out? 38 years. 38 years. You need not even check it and cross check it. You need not do it. Only two options were pending. If one is incorrect, the other one should definitely be correct. If you want, you just cross check. You will still get the correct answer as 38. Clear with the approach, right? Yes. Please try to save time in your examination. This will also not take too much time to add. But even then, you should save time in that also. Play with unit digit. These are the techniques that you need to know, sir. Only when you implement these kind of techniques, your examination is not only about solving the question. It is also about saving the time in the examination. Right? The more the time you save, the more number of questions you will solve. Very simple. Clear, right, everyone? Fifth question. See here, fifth question. Let us not use pen for this question. We can easily solve this question without using pen also. Please see here. Fifth question. Hitesh is 40 years old and Ganesh is 60 years old. Hitesh is 40 years and Ganesh is 60 years old. How many years ago was the ratio of their ages 3:5? They are asking us. How many years before the ratio of their ages was 3:5? That is the question. Go with answer option. Hitesh is 40, Ganesh is 60. First option is 5 years. That means 5 years ago is the ratio 3:5 is the question, right? Now they are 40 and 60. 5 years ago they will be 35 and 55. 35 is to 55. Is it 3:5? It is not 3:5. First option is eliminated. Second option, 10 years. 10 years ago. Now they are 40 and 60. 10 years ago they will be 30 and 50. They will be 30 and 50. 30 is to 50. Is it 3 is to 5? Yes, it is 3 is to 5. Therefore, 10 years is correct. That's all. Nothing is required. Don't take it as X and all those things and waste your time in the examinations. Just make use of answer options. Answer options will always give very faster way in your problem based on ages. It will solve the problem very effectively and in less time also. I think clear with the fifth question, right? 10 years is that. Next. Sixth one. Question 6. Method 1, method 2. Both will discuss. Method 1. The present ages of 3 persons are in the ratio 4 is to 7 is to 9. There are 3 persons. They are not named it. I will only name it as A, B and C. So, any person will have present situation, past situation, future situation. Future situation. Present ages of 3 persons are in the ratio 4 is to 7 is to 9. So, name it as 4x, 7x and 9x. 4x, 7x and 9x. 8 years ago means there will be 4x minus 8, 7x minus 8 and 9x minus 8. The sum of their ages was 56. 8 years ago, the sum of their ages was 56. That means this sum is they are telling us 56. If you add it, 4x plus 7x is 11x. 11x plus 9x is 28. 20x minus 24 is 56. 20x is equal to 80. X is equal to 4. X is equal to 4. But what is asked in the question? The question says, find their present ages. Find their present ages. That means you need to find these 3 values. So it is 4 into 4, 16. Next is 7 into 4, 28. Next is 9 into 4, 36. Answer is 16, 28, 36. This is not very important method for me because every person will be easily solving this question by using this method. Let us solve method 2. Method. First write down method. Clear, right? Clear. Method 2. Method 2 is very simple. The present ages of 3 persons are in the ratio 4 is to 7 is to 9. 8 years ago, the sum of their ages was 56. Find their present ages. Find their present ages. If you observe the first option present ages is 8, 20 and 28. 8, 20 and 28. That is not there in the ratio 4 is to 7 is to 9. Directly you can eliminate the first option because it is violating the first statement. Directly it is ruled out. Now there are 3 more options which are left. All of them are in the ratio 4 is to 7 is to 9. Out of these 4 options, option B, C and D, they are satisfying the first statement. Let us see the second statement. See here. The present ages are in the ratio 4 is to 7 is to 9. 8 years ago, the sum of their ages was 56. Suppose if I assume the second option as the correct answer, this is my assumption. This may or may not be right. If I assume that present ages are 16, 28 and 36. These are the present ages. The question is asking 8 years ago the sum of their ages was 56. 8 years ago how much their ages will be? 8, 20 and 28. 8 years ago their ages will be 8, 20 and 28. 8 years ago the sum of their ages was 56. Is the sum 56? Check it out. 8 plus 20 is 28. 28 plus 28 is 56. That means this second option is satisfying both the statements. Therefore, second option is correct. If second is not correct, check with the third option. If third is also not correct, please don't check with fourth option. Mark fourth option and move forward because out of 4 if 3 are incorrect, the other one should be correct. Right? But in this question, option B is correct. That's what we got here also. That means 8, 20 and 26 is nothing but 8 years ago. The question is asking the present ages. Answer is 16, 28 and 36. That is what we got in the third one now. Clear with the approach? Clear. Always make use of answer options in case of ages problem. Ages problem, answer options will be the effective method. These are all your examination questions. The ratio between the present ages of A and B is 5 is to 3 respectively. There are 2 people A and B. Present, past, future. Present, past, future. The ratio between the present ages of A and B is 5 is to 3. This is given as 5x and 3x. This is given as 5x and 3x. The ratio between A stage 4 years ago. 4 years ago A was 5x minus 4. and B said 4 years hence. 4 years hence B was 3x plus 4. This ratio is given as 1:1. That means 5x minus 4 divided by 3x plus 4. This ratio is 1/1. It is given as 1/1. So if I simplify, 5x minus 4 is equal to 3x plus 4. So if I simplify, I will get 2x is equal to 8. X is equal to 4. X is equal to 4. But what is asked in the question? What is the ratio between A said 4 years hence? A said 4 years hence will be 5x plus 4. And B said 4 years ago. B said 4 years ago will be 3x minus 4. They are asking the ratio of A said 4 years hence and B said 4 years ago. You know the value of x. Substitute the value of x and simplify. So it is 5 into 4, 20. 20 plus 4 divided by 3 into 4, 12. 12 minus 4. It is 24 divided by 8. 24 by 8 is 3 by 1. 3 is to 1 is the answer is 3 is to 1. Option. Clear, right? Clear. But if you observe this question, please read the question. The question is, what is the main question? If you observe this question, method 2 will not be a good method to solve for this question. The reason is that if you observe the question, the present ages, the ratio between the present ages is 5:3. Ratio between A said 4 years ago, A said 4 years ago, and B said 4 years hence. It is given as 1:1. The question is, what is the ratio between A said 4 years hence and B said 4 years ago? That means there is too much of twisting in the given question. That means they are talking about ago and hence. Ago and hence in the first condition. Again they are asking the ratio of ago and hence. So if you are using a concept of ratio, it becomes much more confusing. So best method to solve for this particular question is method 1 itself. That means always remember, it is not method 1 or method 2. It is which is the best method that you need to choose. Right? Sometimes method 1 will be the effective method, sometimes method 2 will be the effective method. But most of the time method 2 is effective. It all depends upon person to person again. Right? For this question, method 1 is the best method. The reason is there are too many twistings. They are talking about ago and hence. Again they are talking about ago and hence. There are too many times they are talking about ago and hence. Instead of making ourselves confused with the ratio concept, let us go by method 1 itself for this particular problem. Right? You need to be very particular in deciding which method is the best method for that particular problem. It is not method 1 always, it is not method 2 always. It all depends upon the merit of the question. Clear, right? 7th. 8th question.